Hey folks, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be installing a leveling kit on the front of a 2008 Nissan Xterra. Before you get started, you'll want to round up some metric wrenches, some metric sockets, and a couple of Allen wrenches. So that said, let's head over to the shop. Once you get the wheels off, unbolt the brake caliper from the back of the hub and hang it out of the way. Slide the rotor off and set it aside. Unbolt the wheel speed sensor from the hub. Pop the sensor loose and fish it back through the dust shield. Disconnect the speed sensor wiring from the back of the steering knuckle. Moving over to the tie rod end, tap the cotter pin out. Then zip the nut off and knock the tie rod loose from the steering knuckle. Disconnect the stabilizer bar from its end link. Then remove the cotter pin from the upper ball joint. So you can zip the nut off and then knock it free from the steering knuckle. Next, you'll want to remove the 3 nuts from the upper strut mount. Disconnect the nut from the lower strut mount and knock the bolt free so that you can drop the strut out of the truck. Over at the bench, apply some thread locker to the upper strut mount studs. Then slide the lift spacer onto the top of the strut and tighten the nuts down to 22 foot-pounds. Install the strut assembly back into the truck. Apply some thread locker to the included bolts. Install them into the upper strut mount and tighten them down to 22 foot-pounds. Install the bolt into the lower strut mount and run its nut down to 155 foot-pounds. Reattach the ball joint to the steering knuckle, tighten its nut to 58 foot-pounds, and install the cotter pin. Connect the tie rod to the steering knuckle and tighten its nut to 58 foot-pounds, and install the cotter pin. Reattach the stabilizer bar to its end link and run the nut down to 67 foot-pounds. Snake the wheel speed sensor back through the dust shield and install it back into the hub. Install the brake rotor and slide the caliper back into place. Torque its bolts to 136 foot-pounds. Throw the wheels back on and run the lugs down to 98 foot-pounds. So we got the front of our Xterra all lifted up and it's looking great. You might also notice that the back came up just a tad too, and that's because we also installed an add-a-leaf, so make sure you check out that video as well. That said, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like. If this is your first time checking out our channel, please hit subscribe. As always, if you have any questions about any of our products, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We've been at this a very long time, so if you've got a question, we'll have an answer for you. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.